On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're going to dive into some Reddit stories all about relationships. Sound good?
Let's go.
Whoa. Welcome to BJ in the Morning. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Juan.
Juan,
Yeah?
you know what happens this week?
What happens?
I'm not going to be descriptive about, the day that we're releasing this because we don't even freaking know right now.
Mm-hmm.
But this week happens to be the week of Valentine's Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I probably missed it. Whoopsie.
Oops.
Sorry.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. It's on a Friday this year.
I feel like we used to hate Valentine's Day.
I still do.
Well, when we started the podcast, we were both really against
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're both a little more,
Like loosey-goosey with
a
it?
little more loose, a little more fluid.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
Sure.
Fluid?
Sure.
Fluidity?
We don't hate it.
Right.
We don't love it.
Right.
We're like, it's there.
It's there,
It's a
and it's fun.
I think a lot of my distaste for Valentine's Day is just like the pressure,
The expectations.
the expectations, and I prefer to just do nice things for my partner whenever I can.
Sure.
Do our partners agree with that statement? Yes, but also expectations on Valentine's Day, also
Still
probably yes.
there. Still there.
Which I don't know if that's like a guys versus girls type of thing. I'm not sure.
Well,
We haven't had a guest on that could help us in that regard. You know what I mean?
like a therapist?
Oh yeah, therapist. That should be something one day, I think.
A therapist is a full-on
Let's
therapy
get a therapy
session?
session on
We're
the podcast.
bawling our eyes out at the end of the episode?
Why not? Why
Sure.
not?
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll do that when we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo!
1,000 subscriers on YouTube. We'll do a episode where we get therapized.
Therapized? You heard it here first.
But today we're not talking about how we need to go to therapy, and we're not sponsored by BetterHelp, so we can't even recommend it. But we're gonna be talking about relationship stories from Reddit.
And this one was a little scary.
Uh-huh.
Thinking about it before we started looking for the stories,
Mhm.
right? Because it could get ugly out there.
It is ugly out there.
And
It's 2025.
I know I've been in ugly situations regarding relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same.
so have you.
Yeah.
Um
And we've been around each other for all of them.
yeah, and also reading these stories though, it's like, ooh. I remember being in that situation.
And I've definitely saw some on there where I was like, ooh, I think mine was worse.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about our ex love lives.
Uh-huh.
That's not what we're doing.
No,
one wants to hear that.
No.
We don't want to relive that.
Definitely not.
Nope. So we're gonna tackle some Reddit stories because we haven't done it in a while. I haven't done Reddit stories since Christmas.
2024?
Yeah, Christmas.
Since last year?
Since last year. I mean, it is the middle of February. Hey.
Okay. Sorry.
That's our annual slap fight.
Yeah, just one. I did 3 though. Ow. Okay. Shall we get into these?
I think we shall.
Who wants to go first?
So you have a couple. I have you have 4. You said.
Let's do something we've never done before.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Let's just go at the same time. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, just one.
Just one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I
Just
think
for
I won, right?
for the listeners, I dropped scissors. Juan dropped
Rock.
paper. So I'm gonna start with my story,
Okay.
which is from r/am I the a-hole,
All right.
which is our favorite.
It's one of our
It's one
favorites.
of our favorite subreddits. So, and again, these are all stories centering around relationships and or Valentine's Day itself. I'm not sure if we actually got Valentine's Day in there, but relationship stuff makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump into this one. This is from the Fluffy Lizard. AITA
AITA?
for not figuring out I was in a relationship.
Okay.
What do you think that means?
I think he was, or he or she, was talking to somebody
Mm-hmm.
in the talking stage,
Mm-hmm.
and the other person thought they were more than just talking. And he or she, thought that he or she was able to do whatever they wanted.
Well, let's do the thing and read the story.
Okay.
For the background, me, 23-year-old male,
He.
and my friend, 23-year-old female,
She.
both were raised on the same countryside. We both went to the same preschool. Also, just for context, this person their English is not their native language. So
Okay.
there's a lot of words in here that don't make sense, and I'm trying to adjust them on the fly. Anyways, we both went to the same preschool, primary school, middle school, high school, and college. We were always hanging out basically every day since we are from the same villages next to each other, around 3 kilometers by foot. I don't know kilometers, but I feel like that's not a lot.
Well, 1 mile is about 2 kilometers.
Yeah, so they lived pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
We always played together and shared every possible moment since we can remember. She is basically like a sister to me, so we acted like that for most of the time. Physical contact was normal. Teasing, playfulness, hugs, sleeping on shoulders, holding hands, etc. I always thought it was more or less normal. When we grew up a bit, we were never really looking for relationships. I never thought about getting a girlfriend, and she had never had a boyfriend. We decided we have priorities, which is getting a good education, stable incomes, etc. Relationships were just a distraction in our goals, or at least I thought that. We went on our friend dates, often a couple times a week. I hanged out with her at her parents' house. See, that seems weird, right? Hanged out?
Hung out.
Yeah, right? I hung out with her at her parents' house often, and she was often at mine. We'd go to the cinema, food, game nights, parties, festivals, but we never went from friendly closeness to romantic closeness, I think. This week, she stayed at my family house. We were both grinding an event in Elder Scrolls Online and procrastinating. In the morning, I made us breakfast, got a morning hug, and then it happened. My mother came for breakfast, sat down, and commented on us together. "When can I expect grandkids from you guys?" she said, I thought jokingly. But no, she was dead serious. I looked at her and told her that it's not my priority and that first I would need to have someone. My friend looked at me with disbelief. My mother looked back at me with shock, like I just said something so confusing and so wrong. It got me worried, so I asked what happened. Then my friend asked me what I was thinking that we were. What do you think we had going on for the past couple years? I was beyond confused and speechless. I had no idea that in everyone's eyes we were a couple. My mom bursted laughing, and my friend did too, and I quickly took my jacket and went for a walk. When I came back at home, there was this awkward silence, and I said I need time to think things over. My friend got visibly mad at me, and she left. It was a couple hours ago, and I have no idea what to do. I tried texting, calling, and she is not responding. Am I the asshole for being blind for so long? I'm not good at relationships and emotions, so I really had no idea.
Okay. So it wasn't necessarily wrong, but it was a childhood best friend.
Yeah, it was a
not
long time in the talking
long
stage.
time. I want to say. I mean, I don't know what culture this is, right?
Right.
But I want to say, not the asshole.
I feel like not the asshole.
Well, usually, you're like, hey, you want to be my girlfriend or something?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Or like, you go to those parties and there's like, the playful flirting and like, truth or dare happens.
But they'd hold hands. Would they kiss?
It doesn't say that they kissed.
Did they smash?
It doesn't say that they smashed.
So then, we need more deets.
Well, good thing, because there's more deets, man.
Okay.
Can you believe that? But first, where we're at in the story now, I don't think this guy's the asshole.
Definitely not.
I think confusion is right about where you should land.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be confused too.
Mm-hmm.
Platonic friendships between men and women is perfectly fine.
It's possible.
It happens a lot. And especially if you grew up together, like in that capacity, like every grade of school and hanging out all the time, like that's a totally different vibe than, oh, I'm going to start hanging out with this person in high school every single day. Mm-hmm. Now you're my girlfriend.
Yeah, but he did say like they held hands occasionally, right?
Yeah, but like little kids hold hands.
Yeah. So like holding hands, that could also be like
we hold hands.
Right. But that could also be like, them trying to figure out like what's going on.
But maybe not.
Or maybe not. I've held hands. I was like 12. I would hold hands with people, and none of them were my girlfriends.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure yourself out,
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
But let me read you some more info from the Fluffy Lizard.
Okay, Fluffy Lizard. What's going on?
OP. I live in a pretty disconnected Eastern European countryside village, so I assume this was all enough to traditionally make us a couple, at least in the eyes of the older people. She is also from a rather traditional Catholic family, so of course she had no intimate moments before marriage, which I respected. Never offered shaboink, but I would lie if I would said that it didn't cross my mind a couple of times. I guess no harm in trying to be officially together. I like her a lot, just never thought about it that way. The comments on that was just, I do appreciate your use of the word shaboink. Well done. So yeah, small Eastern European countryside.
So no shaboink.
No shaboink, but there is an update. We managed to talk. She is okay, and I guess we are actually going to be dating now. We both are stupid and bad at emotions and communication, but we will try our best, and at least we know our families give us their blessing. That's it.
That's sweet.
That's it. And the
still no shaboink.
Still not yet. But the result is not the asshole, right? This
not the asshole. He was confused.
Confused.
A little lost.
But also
a little naive.
Good on you for not assuming things.
Uh-huh.
Good on you for just being there for your friend. But also, he did say that it crossed his mind.
Yeah, so obviously you wanted that in a way.
And now you got it.
You sure did. I mean, not yet.
Not yet. But they're going to try. And their families are chill.
Right.
So, I think, what a wholesome story to start out on, you know?
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Take it away.
But in college, though, to be that naive, you know what I mean?
Different worlds.
Yeah.
Different countries.
Yeah.
They said way disconnected countryside village. Sounds lovely.
Sure. Right.
Way better than a super compressed dust bowl that we live in.
Would you like to maybe be my girlfriend? Maybe.
What's that?
What's that?
What's that? I couldn't hear you.
Would you like to maybe, I don't know, maybe be my maybe girlfriend? Maybe.
I have priorities, and guess what?
Huh?
You're not one of them.
Oh shit. So is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right. I have read a story from Petty Revenge, r/Petty Revenge.
Ooh.
And it's by J. Backman. It's Bacman.
Bacman? Like
Bachman?
Backman?
Bachman?
Backman.
Backman.
Pac-Man?
J.
Do you know the thing about Pac-Man?
What?
Oh, no. I was quoting Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Cool. Continue.
This post was actually made 19 hours ago.
Oh, fresh.
It's fresh.
It's super fresh.
I have another one that's fresh, too, later on.
Okay, but this one's like the day we're doing it.
Yeah, 19 hours.
On today, the day of our Lord.
All right, so abusive ex refused to move out, so I did it for her in the most inconvenient way possible.
Let's go. Let's go. Wow. When you said earlier the thing about situations.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I was inspired to share this after reading the top post today. I had broken up with my ex about a year prior to this event, but she wouldn't move out. One excuse after another for a solid year until one day, amidst.
Also, a year?
A year.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Until one day, amidst yet another argument, she finally admitted her plan was to stay indefinitely.
No.
And she threatened to claim domestic abuse if I did anything about it.
Mm.
That weekend, she decided to go out for one of her weekend vacations with a girlfriend. So I took advantage of the 48 hours I had and got to work reserving a storage unit and rented a moving truck.
Mm.
I worked around the clock loading that truck multiple times, only sleeping a few hours that entire weekend. She had hoarding tendencies that I had long turned a blind eye, parentheses, had to pick my battles, close parentheses, and it had gotten pretty far out of control. Not only did I make dozens of trips, but the storage unit itself was almost too small for it all. It was truly amazing how much crap she had managed to pack floor to ceiling in multiple rooms, closets, and the garage despite living in the same house together for so long.
Damn.
I made sure her laptop was the very first thing in the storage unit, all the way in the back corner, followed by all of her clothes, parentheses, so many effing clothes, close parentheses, then furniture, then all the meaningless hoarded junk. By the time I was done, that storage unit was packed floor to ceiling to the point I had to really Tetris the last couple of loads in there just to get the door shut. She was right at the end of a semester of school and not only needed the laptop first thing the next week, she was also planning on leaving for a cross-state road trip to visit family. And everything she needed for that was in the very back. From what I heard, it took her and a friend the better part of a week to find the laptop and repack the storage unit. She missed some important deadlines at school and delayed her family trip by a whole week, which messed up other plans and wasted a few PTO days at work to boot.
Dang.
The best part came months later.
There's more.
You see, when she first came back from that little weekend vacation, I I had asked her to sign a receipt to receive the key to the storage unit. She immediately refused, threw a fit, tried to steal my dog, parentheses, failed, end parentheses, tried breaking into my house while I was gone, then came back a few hours later with about 6 cops in her wake. To this day, I don't know what lie she told them to get that entourage, but after I explained my side of the story, they realized it was a civil matter and quickly left. The receipt I asked her to sign was simple enough in that I offered to pay for the storage unit for 6 months if she signed it that day. But since she didn't, I removed my card from the account and put the unit in her name. Only problem was the card she then put on file with them was an unauthorized user card linked to my account, which I promptly canceled. So then she missed enough payments on the storage unit that they locked her out, and she was never able to get the rest of her stuff before they presumably auction it all off.
Dang. Whoever wins that auction, gonna get a lot of shit.
Well, I know I didn't give you a chance to speak halfway through, right?
You're good.
But
I thought it was good enough kicking her out. You know what I mean?
And then best part came months later. I should have paused there.
Yeah.
I should have said, hey, you should have said, hey, we need some more deets. And I was going to say,
yeah,
we got more deets.
Okay, so going backwards.
Right.
Kicking her out, Tetris and all her stuff in there.
Yeah.
I thought that was good enough. That was the end of the story in my eyes. Already, I was like, I'm on this dude's side.
Hell yeah.
Putting her laptop and the important stuff at the back, and then shoving everything else in front of it.
All the hoarded stuff.
Gold.
Good job.
Gold. Sounds like
ex-girlfriend for over a year.
Sounds like a nightmare. It honestly, anybody pulling that crap sounds like a nightmare. Like,
yeah.
So getting them out on a weekend, putting all their stuff, their important stuff at the back of the storage room, solid. Then, not paying for it, like, dude, you lost all your stuff. It's gone. That is some petty revenge. I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's warranted. I think it's deserved.
I think so.
I'm so baffled that I want this to be real so bad, but again, it's Reddit. Sometimes people make shit up. But if that story is real, this guy's a legend.
Reach out to us if it's real. if you're listening, because this was 19 hours ago.
Yeah, so
he could be listening.
He could be
scrolling around YouTube and be like, "Oh, look, check out these guys, Reddit stories."
Yeah.
Probably
not, but
probably
wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Hell yeah, get it.
We could.
What? Comment on it.
We could reply and say, "Hey, we used your story."
Yeah, but we're not that good. So I don't know. But honestly, we've all had crazy exes, right? We've all had situations that put us into these dire moments where we're like, this is the only way that I can feel like I have control of myself.
Right.
In this situation.
Right.
Took it. He took the chance.
Right. Right.
She gave him tons of opportunities, like all these trips.
Right.
Honestly, though, the 48 hours to do all that.
Crazy.
I would have waited for that week-long trip because it would have been more of a, like, sting. But also, I don't know if I would want to put up with her for another week.
Right.
I don't know, dude. We don't know. I think there needs to be some more backstory there. There doesn't need to be. I guess I want there to be.
Right.
Like, how bad was it? What other things happened in that year of you guys being broken up?
I mean,
was she bringing other dudes over? Was she leaving your dog unfed?
The fact that you guys broke up a year ago and then she planned to stay indefinitely, like even past the conversation that you're currently having.
Crazy.
Yeah, she has to be a little psycho. Try to steal his dog?
No.
Break into his house.
Not the dog.
Not the dog.
Not the dog. If John Wick taught us anything, you don't mess with a dude's dog.
Exactly.
I've seen that movie halfway.
Really?
But is that the plot?
That's
don't
the
mess
movie.
with the dude's dog.
That's what it seems
They
like.
just keep pulling me back in, right? That's a line. I
It
keep
is.
trying to get out. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
See, I know some things.
Yeah.
I should.
So yeah, I guess I'm back.
I guess I'm back. You said that right now, and it reminded me of that video you sent me earlier of squeezing the juice. You know,
What?
squeezing the juice, squeezing the juice.
Oh, I can't remember.
But like,
Oh,
Link-
wheezing the
wheezing
juice.
the juice. My bad. Wow, cut that shit out. Me.
Wheezing the
Wheezing the juice. Why say
juice.
squeezing the juice? Squeezing the juice. No, wheezing the juice. And then Link pops his head back in and just goes, "I'll be back."
That's funny.
Next story.
Next story, dude.
Next story. This comes from r/am I the a-hole.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise. From Dotted Line Raspberry. This one's not as fresh. 6 years ago.
Guarantee fresh.
AITA.
AITA.
For flirting with a girl in a relationship.
Yes.
Who's in the relationship?
Oh,
Do we know?
right.
Who's in it? Is it the girl?
Flirting with the girl in a relationship.
I think it's
The
the
girl.
Right. Okay.
Did
Already?
he know though?
Already?
Huh?
Without anything else?
Hmm?
I didn't read this one yet.
Okay.
Already though? Title alone? In the camera? Is this person the asshole?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
let's hear the story.
But if he didn't know.
But if you didn't know, then
no. Ish.
Let's find out.
Okay, let's find out.
I'm not sure if this
We need more deets.
I have all of them. I hope.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yep.
There's this girl I really started to like. So I started talking to her and we got closer, as one does. When
Right.
you like someone, you
Right.
talk to them.
Of course. Yeah.
She was very friendly, and I thought she was interested too. This wasn't within a large time span, maybe 3 weeks overall. At some point, however, it slipped by that she's got a boyfriend. Now, within our common friend group, this seems to have been common knowledge. I think she expected me to know, and at this time, he's working in a separate country. I don't know the details of their relationship, but it seems they've been together for a while. I have no particular reason to suspect it's not going well either. Since learning that, I haven't started seeing her less. I don't make any moves or anything like that, but we've seen a few films together, hang out on evenings, etc. But there is some tension and frequency that I don't notice with my other female friends. Maybe it's my subjective perception. Overall, I'd say it's within casual flirting territory, but not too deep. I don't know how else to describe it. Now, by itself, this situation wouldn't warrant me to post here. Okay, sure, she hangs out with you, but that's her decision, etc. My problem is that I know why I'm there, that I want to date her, that I like her, all that. That the eye contact, the shared laughs, what those things mean to me. And I'm unsure what to do. I don't want to stop being friends with her. I feel like there is a valuable connection that I don't have elsewhere. But I feel like the healthier thing to do would be to make some distance between us. And what I'm doing now is keeping on with what I've been doing and trying not to cross any lines. But I do think we're getting closer slowly as time passes. Maybe that in of itself is a line. Let me know your opinions. Thanks. Dude, if you know, stop. Dude, if you know, stop.
If you know,
Stop. That's it, right? Like,
yeah. But there is that underlying. He's like, we're just gonna keep hanging out. We're getting closer, and he didn't say it, but he loves her.
probably.
He has to.
He has to. There's feelings there, 100%. He said that he wants to be there to date her. We've
but
seen this.
if you're doing that, and that's your intentions,
You're an asshole.
yeah.
Yeah. especially like knowing that their relationship is good for all intents and purposes. You know, you haven't heard anything negative about their relationship. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Should we? I mean, do we have anything else to throw on this? This seems like a pretty easy closed case. You know, open and closed case right here.
Open and closed.
Do you want to read some comments on it?
Sure.
What other people are saying? How would you feel if you had a girlfriend and some guy was hanging around, not as a friend, but in hopes they'd date? Even without the boyfriend, you need to walk away. This is going to mess you up. Maybe you can be friends later, but you can't be friends now. Yeah, if the roles were switched. Oh, my God. And think about the guy. If he found out in the other country, the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Whew, that's not going to feel
He'd be
good.
pissed.
And not at her, I think.
Well, maybe a little bit of her.
Maybe. It depends on what she says about him. You know, if it's one of those things where you keep it a secret, you don't say anything about it, and then you hear from someone else.
I mean, she's not necessarily in the right either.
That we know of. This is from his perspective, right?
Right. Right.
When they did comment on that, said, yeah, I definitely feel crushed. As you can see, since I posted here, I'm trying to move in the direction of getting away. So let me ask a question. Should I let her know of my feelings before walking away, as in being open and saying, you know, I like you, so I think it's best for us to keep distance for now, but I wanted you to know. On one hand, I feel like that would be the mature thing to do. On the other hand, it might add unnecessary weight onto her shoulders. And they responded, I don't know, that's what I did the one time I had to do that. It did make it weird, but if she's decent, it will keep her from contacting you. People are saying you're the asshole, though. Even if you don't mean to be. I was in the girl situation, and honestly, I thought I had a great friend who was a male. When it became evident that he had unreciprocated romantic feelings for me, and he reached the point where he couldn't bear to be around me if we weren't a couple, he abruptly ended the friendship. This is less of questioning of flirting while she's in a relationship, and more of whether you value her as a person and friend, and if you'll continue to do so. I don't know. It sounds like if he keeps doing it knowingly, flirting with her and everything, asshole. If you do the mature thing, back up, take some breathers, chill out, maybe find someone else,
go
and then be friends.
Rub one out, maybe.
Yeah, you know, get a
Blow
load
off
up,
some steam.
get a load up. He might be pent up.
Yeah.
But honestly, just stop. Take a couple steps. Reevaluate your friendship, and if it's that valuable to you, you'll come around.
Yeah.
And if you can't come around, you go home and you come around there.
R-rated.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
How about you take that? You do your story, man.
Okay.
Do your story. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop myself. Just like he won't, to be honest.
Okay. This next one is from r/petty revenge as well.
Ooh, another one. A recent? Fresh?
By affectionate_base 827.
Definitely going by OP.
1 day ago.
Jeez, man, where'd you find these?
On
Reddit?
Petty Revenge. On Reddit. All right. Let's see here. Ooh, this one. All right. Date ended in an unexpected way.
I mean,
what do you think?
Do you want to just rapid fire throughout some things? You've already read this, right? Okay, so I'm gonna rapid fire. Meteor crashes.
Okay.
Aliens.
Right.
I was gonna say the president drives by. It's kind of unexpected. They're shooting a movie. up the street, and then Vin Diesel walks into where they're on the date. I don't know why Vin Diesel popped in my head, but that's where it is.
'Cause family.
I was thinking more like Groot, but
I get it.
giant cats attack the city. One of their moms walks in dating their other one's dad.
Oh.
Wrong on all of those, I guess.
I guess we'll find out.
You got the deets?
I got the deets.
Hell yeah, dude. Hit me with the deets.
All right. Years ago, I went on a date with a girl I met on Match.com.
That's the thing still?
Yeah.
Oh, I said years ago. My bad.
But still, it's still a thing.
Years ago, yeah.
Now?
I don't know.
I feel like it is.
Continue.
Okay. We had been messaging back and forth for a good few days.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting on great.
Getting on what? Great.
Right. Had a phone call or two thrown in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
She seemed laid back, fun, and pretty easy to talk to.
Can I throw in another unexpected thing?
Go for it.
Find out it's your boss. Anyways, keep going.
Oof. After 5 days of messaging back and forth, we arranged to meet up in the city for a first face-to-face date.
Cute. I hope it ends cute.
As we had been getting on so well,
They're
well,
trying to get off.
we decided to go for a meal at a nice restaurant rather than the coffee dates I had been trying this far with other potential matches.
Mm-hmm.
So I booked a table, parentheses, long before COVID, so no credit card taken, end parentheses.
I feel like that'll be valuable information later.
Okay. And we met up at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Okay, so they're at a restaurant?
They're at a restaurant.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. I got a feeling early on that I maybe didn't meet her expectations looks-wise. She seemed a little somber at the start of the date, but we soldiered on, and she seemed to relax, and we started to have fun, or so I thought.
Mm.
She was pouring the wine into herself all throughout the night. I thought she was nervous, but she got herself a bit drunk. After the main course, she excused herself to the toilet. Less than a minute later, I got a text from her in the bathroom. Quote, "This date is rubbish. He's brutally ugly and I'm not having fun. Can you call me in about 5 minutes and I'll pretend that there's an emergency."
One of them's.
Brutally ugly.
That's harsh.
That's rude.
That is harsh.
She had clearly not meant to send this to me, but in her drunken state, had just started typing on the last message she sent.
Mm-hmm. I've done that sober.
I beckoned.
Beckoned?
I think they're
British?
British. They're a little bit British.
In it.
And that I beckoned the waiter.
No, just your accent.
I beckoned the waiter over as I pulled on my
switch
coat.
to Cali. Sorry. I'm going to stop interrupting.
I beckoned the waiter over as I pulled my coat on and told her, "My wife has gone to the bathroom and I've just had a call from work. There's an emergency I have to deal with. She has the credit card. She will square up the bill." These are long quotes.
Yeah, I did that in some of mine, and I was going to do the quotes, and then I realized it was someone saying something.
Super long.
And not a quotation.
Right. I walked out and didn't look back and blocked her number as well.
Nice.
Someone commented, Did you at least call her 5 minutes later and pretend to have an emergency?
That was honestly my first question.
Dude, that was my first thought reading this.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if she like didn't respond or like, oh no, like she came back.
Mhm.
He didn't respond.
Yeah.
She didn't realize she sent it to him.
Mhm.
And then 5 minutes later,
Hey, there's an
He calls
emergency.
her.
That would be so
sitting
funny.
across from her.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, got your message.
Hey, hey, man.
Just calling to pretend there's an emergency. Dang, that. I feel like it's not super petty.
And she was just super mean.
She was rude. Yeah. She's brutally ugly.
brutally.
I think she deserved it. I'm sorry you were getting on and you weren't getting off.
Guess what?
What?
Hey, if you're listening to this, OP,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to repeat your name because it's really long.
And we didn't understand it.
Guess what, dude? You deserve better.
Yeah.
You're not. Disturbingly? You're not brutally ugly. None of us are.
You're not boring. I mean, maybe.
The date wasn't rubbish, all right?
She was. And I bet you the restaurant was too. Unless you picked it. It sounded like they picked it, right?
You know what your problem is, mate?
No.
You did the date on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
A Tuesday. You did the date on a Tuesday, didn't ya?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, didn't ya?
Tuesday.
Choose.
Choose.
Tuesday, didn't ya?
There goes the 5 people that listen to us in the UK.
Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one to comment on. That you did what anyone would do.
Get the hell out of there.
Not me, dude. I would be too afraid. I'd be too scared
Yeah.
I
Why
would-
does this keep happening?
because we keep messing with it.
There we go.
We keep messing with them.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Anyone who watches our YouTube videos, they know we're constantly like this with our
Moving.
mics.
Moving the mics.
And we just got to figure out a place that they can sit and we don't ever touch them.
Keep rolling.
Like, I want to keep it so where you can still see my face, but you can still hear me.
Right.
Can't find it.
It's right here.
It's right here. I got another story if you want.
Yeah, sure.
This
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
one is from...
Do you mind if I get some water?
I don't mind.
Okay, thanks.
Do you want me to wait or...
No, go ahead. Check out my new water bottle.
That's pretty fancy.
Got it for Christmas.
Nice.
You can sip and chug.
Whoa.
See that?
Whoa. Not a sponsor. This one is from...
We didn't name the brand.
Yeah, but if you're watching a video,
Not a sponsor.
not a sponsor.
All right, sorry.
This one is from r/best of Redditor updates.
Okay.
So there's
Best
an
of
update.
Redditor update.
Yeah, there's an update already. We already know off the top.
Right.
I cannot read the username. I cannot read. I'm losing my eyesight.
Wait, I thought you were starting to read.
I cannot
And
read.
I thought it was saying, I cannot read.
So
Okay.
I can't read the
me
OP
see.
is a bunch of numbers, letters and numbers. So we're just gonna say OP. The OP is from January 26, 2024.
Certified fresh?
2024.
Oh.
A year ago.
Oh.
Over a year ago.
Right.
The title, you ready?
Mhm.
My relationship started as a prank, and now I don't know what to do.
Jenny's got a gun.
Not another teen movie?
Yeah.
She's all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have 5 friends. Good for you. 5 friends. Brag about it. Anyways, how many friends we got?
We have a lot.
Like 6?
We have a lot of friends.
Not combined.
Oh.
Like where it's just your friends, just my friends.
Mm.
Like where it's our friends.
Oh, I see.
Like 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Shit. Anyways, I have 5 friends, 2 female, 3 male, all in their early 20s. And they have been annoying me for some time about being single. Rude.
Ugh.
I've never had a girlfriend. And I was the one who got made fun of the most for being single. Usually their jokes were lighthearted, but on occasions they were not. Some of their jokes were really low, but I let them slide because we were friends, although I never forgot them. They were more like insults to me, but I never showed it. I already have stuff I want to say, but I feel like we should read on.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
About 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You need more deets?
Give me the deets.
About 2 months ago, they introduced me to a girl that we'll call Emily, and we became friends pretty quickly. Soon we discovered we have a few things in common, so our friendship turned into a relationship. Considering we were early into the relationship, things felt a bit weird for me. We bonded really quickly and we enjoyed spending time together. 2 or 3 days ago, I went out with 2 of my friends. We were having fun talking about stuff until one of them asked me why Emily hasn't dumped me yet. I asked him what that was supposed to mean, and he told me that our relationship is a joke/prank. I asked him to explain, and he told me that all 5 of them were on board to prank me by having Emily play the role of being my girlfriend for about a week before dumping me. That was the plan originally. To which Emily agreed. That didn't go as they planned, and they thought that she might pretend to be my girlfriend a bit longer before eventually dumping me. That also didn't happen, and Emily stopped hanging out with them. She pretty much cut them off from her life after we started dating. We got into a verbal fight that lasted some time, led nowhere, so I called them assholes and left. To say the least, I was really angry, and I called Emily immediately after leaving them to talk to her about it. When we met, she wanted to hug me, which I denied, and I didn't wait for a single second before asking her about this stupid prank. She became pale on the spot and started crying and apologizing for it. She admitted almost immediately that she was indeed on board with that, but she also said that she dropped the prank entirely and decided to stay because she genuinely likes me. She likes the way I treat her with respect, trust, and kindness, and I asked when she was planning on telling me this, and she told me that she didn't know when or how to even say it. She said she doesn't want to play with people's emotions, and that even agreeing to this was so wrong, but in hindsight it turned out good because she met me. That's why she hid it from me. Our conversation didn't last long, and I went home. I blocked all my friends on all accounts, numbers, everything. I don't want to see them again. I don't know what to do with Emily. She keeps sending apologies, asking me not to break up, and she'll make up for it. I don't know what to do. If she lied and manipulated me into this, what will she lie about or manipulate me into tomorrow? I would find this entire situation comical if it weren't happening to me. Right now, I'm so disappointed in everything, mostly myself. First off, this straight up sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Sounds like one of those teenage comedies that they talk about in those movies, like what's that one that we mentioned at the top? Like
not
that,
another
not another
teen movie.
Or like She's All That, which not another teen movie.
He's just not that into you.
I don't think that it's the same plot.
I don't know.
But it's the whole thing where someone dares you to go out with the weirdo, the ugly person.
John Tucker Must Die.
Then you find out you actually love them and they're actually beautiful on
Right.
inside and outside.
Beauty and the Beast.
You take their glasses off.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your friends suck.
Your friends suck.
Like
Hard.
like they're not your friends.
They suck so much. They're choking on it, dude.
They ain't like us, dude. They bad.
Right.
They're horrible.
Right.
The worst.
Emily, though,
I
having a change of heart.
very quickly it seems, because they only gave her a week. I mean,
And how long had passed? Months?
I don't remember.
A month?
I don't remember.
I think you said about a month.
I'm reading over it. You can keep talking about things.
Talking about things. Talking about things.
I don't know. It seems like it lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah. This is hard. I think agreeing to it in the first place is really wrong, and she seems to know that she was in the wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I would be really mad too, but
I feel like your friends
also kind of gotta take her side a little bit.
I think you're gonna need to listen to her side a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably something there, especially if you saw her lose all the blood from her body when you brought it up.
Right.
You know, said she went pale.
Right.
You saw it happen in real time.
Yeah.
So I think maybe you just need to hear her out. We do have some relevant comments.
Okay.
One says, "Keep in love, Emily. Ditch the friends. They are the assholes." And OP said, "Already ditched them. Friends since we are 4 or 5, and this is what I get."
That sucks.
That's the worst, honestly. Another commenter said, "Emily's a keeper. She dumped your loser friends way before you could.
Whoa.
You need to treat yourself better and surround yourself with good people like Emily, not losers like them." And OP said, "How do I trust her from now?" And the person responded, my advice from a random stranger who holds a grudge and hates people in general. I'm a woman, by the way," is what the comment says. "Give her a chance if you really like her and let her show you she's who she says she is. I don't care what they all say. No girl is going to pretend to date a guy she doesn't genuinely like. Why would she? What was in it for her? She liked you and she didn't dump you, and she got rid of your friends immediately. Love and relationships are a gamble, and you really can't trust anyone, but some are worth the chance." And OP responded, "I think she deserves a second chance. I usually don't believe in second chances, but at least she didn't deny it or lie. She told the truth without me pressuring her. I guess it's worth a shot."
Yeah.
Then there's an update.
More deets.
Did you forget?
Yeah.
For a second, you
I
forgot
did.
there was an update? All right. My original post blew up, which I didn't expect. Thank you all for reading and sharing. I had a proper talk with Emily, and I just want to share what I learned and how I will proceed forward. She had been sad for the past 2 or 3 days, pretty much since I confronted her with the truth. She apologized again and hoped that I would give her another chance so she could prove to me that she is a good person and that she will do everything to make up for her mistake. I didn't speak much during this conversation. I mostly let her talk. However, I'm not a complete idiot, and as some of you pointed out, what would happen if she didn't like me, if she proceeded with all that nonsense? So I asked her, and to say the least, she was horrified. She was speechless. I asked her what the end goal would have been if she didn't like me. Playing with people's feelings before discarding and throwing them away. She kept crying and said she didn't know. She had no answer to what she would have done in that case. I told her that she really should think things through before doing them, because this time she had luck on her side, and next time she will have to bear the consequences. She admitted it was a really bad decision and that she should have known better. I told her that I would give us another chance, but under certain conditions: honesty, loyalty, and openness. If we encounter any problems, I want an open and honest conversation. We will also start from the ground up, and she will have to earn my trust. She agreed to all of them and promised to do even more. She was really happy, and I don't recall seeing somebody so happy in a while. I don't know who the real Emily is, and we have known each other for a short period of time, so I guess we will soon find out who she actually is. Some of you said that I should ditch her too. I thought about it, and I might sound selfish, but I have nothing to lose here, so I will risk it. I've never had a girlfriend or been in a proper relationship, so this could be a good learning experience, and to me, this is a win-win. If it fails, it fails. I've tried my best. If it succeeds, even better, I'm a girlfriend.
Oh.
That's it. That's what we got.
Not the asshole. I'm just
I don't think it was
kidding.
posted in there, but yeah, heartwarming to
Mhm.
say the least. Get
Yeah.
rid of those terrible friends.
Horrible
Oh my
friends, by the
gosh.
way.
Wow. I get like playing pranks on your bros and like joking around and like teasing your friends a little bit, but that's like 17 steps too far. You know?
At least.
Maybe 20.
Yeah,
Maybe
at
40.
least.
40?
40 steps too far.
40 steps too far. And you've heard it here first.
Check yourself, buddies.
Shit.
Buddies, get it?
Buddies?
Multiple.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
There's 5
friends.
of them.
Yeah. Terrible people.
Horrible.
Wow. They're going to become CEOs.
Should we keep going?
Do you want to? You got another
Let's
one,
see
right?
what we got here.
You got one more? You got one more in the tank?
I have 2 more in the tank.
Do you?
Shit. Okay. A or B?
B.
All right. You got it, bud.
You're picking one, I'm guessing, is what the consensus
no, I'm
is.
picking B.
No, I'm saying like you're picking one of
Oh,
the two
yeah,
you
yeah.
have in the tank.
Mhm.
Okay, for time?
Yeah.
For time.
For time.
For time.
This one, not as fresh.
No? Years?
173 days.
Years ago. Oh. 173 years ago.
Half a year. About. All right.
I don't know why I cleared my throat.
This is from r/petty revenge as well. Upset Lemon 1203 is the username.
Mm-hmm.
My cheating girlfriend's awkward date.
Oh.
What do you think that's about?
You're gonna walk in on your cheating girlfriend on a date and dress like a lobster.
Okie dokie.
That's how you make it awkward.
This took place when I was... Wait, oh, sorry. Start over. Take it back. This took place when I, 29 male, was 19 years old.
10 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Math.
exactly.
Quick maths.
Almost 11.
Almost.
170.
Yeah.
I had just left Navy boot camp and entered a school. For some background on the story, and for those of you who aren't aware, boot camp teaches you to be a good sailor, while a school teaches you to do the specific job you'll be doing while in the Navy. I'm rating it a school, and I don't know if it's a school. It's a capital A in here. Both times he said it.
A school.
A school or a school?
I don't know. I wasn't in the Navy.
I'm going to a school.
What about B school?
Right.
What about C school?
Exactly. That's
Why
what
isn't
I'm
it?
saying.
Wait, it's the Navy. Why isn't it C school?
Jesus. All right. Anyways,
Oh, we're full of the stupid freaking jokes today.
I had been there for some time.
At A school.
I had been there for some time when I decided to go to a little movie theater on base and meet a girl who I'll call Cheater.
Great name, real original.
Cheater and I hit it off pretty well, and we started going out. Over a month into the relationship, we make plans to meet up the next day for lunch after my morning classes at one of the on-base restaurants. I make it into the eatery and find Cheater already there, eating with another man. To paint a picture, they weren't just eating, but leaning very close to one another, holding hands. It turns out that not only did she forget our plans, but she also made the same plans with an entirely different guy. Seeing this, I decided to get my food, walk up all sweetly to them, and join them for lunch. The look on Cheater's face when she saw me was one of was one of mortification.
Mm-hmm.
I introduced myself as a good friend.
Wait.
Good friend of cheater and made small talk.
Mm-hmm.
Asked questions about the two of them and anything else that made cheater as uncomfortable as possible before politely excusing myself so I could head for my afternoon classes. Although I didn't outright rat her out, I made sure to lay it on thick and watched her squirm as her other boyfriend began to piece it all together. It's sufficient to say things didn't last between me and Jeter.
Mm-hmm. Were they actually together? Did I miss that?
They said they had been dating for a few months.
Okay.
Right? Over a month into the relationship.
Okay. Dummy?
Dummy.
Dummy head?
Forgot. You made plans for the next day.
Yeah, dummy head.
And you forgot and made plans with someone else. Same exact plans.
Silly goose.
Somebody commented, he flirted with him. Uno reverse, bitch. Other person says, well, I mean, he is in the Navy.
Oh.
And another person said, the only reason that men say women and children first, like when a ship sinks, is so that they can hang back and kiss each other.
Wow. We're really setting off some people right now. These comments were wild.
These are comments, not us.
These comments were wild. We're going to cut them out of the episode.
Right. Uno reverse.
The Uno reverse
bitch.
one is great. That's good. Yeah, handled it like a champ.
Crazy.
Gosh, people are crazy. People
People are so mean.
Hey,
Don't be mean.
don't be a dick. Oh, wait, that was
Don't.
Uno reverse.
Uno reverse.
Our Uno reverse is editing out
Right.
the shit that we say sometimes.
Right.
There's
gonna
no
happen.
way. Think about the things that people think we edit out. You know what I mean?
No.
There's things,
Huh?
because there's no way people won't ever believe that we don't edit,
Uh-huh.
except that we make a lot of mistakes
Uh-huh.
because we're human beings,
We're
not robots.
Humans. Not robots. On Tuesday.
On Tuesday, there are definitely some things that we should edit out, like when we make no sense for the first 30 minutes of an episode. Many episodes in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But we choose not to.
Right.
Tuesday, not to.
We choose not to on a Tuesday.
Because we're just us, whatever.
Yeah.
But it just makes me think, like, the things that people might imagine that we cut out
Yeah.
because they don't believe that we don't cut things
because
out.
like some of the crazy stuff that we say,
They might think we
there
say
has to be worse. Right.
And there is. We just know not to record it.
Yeah, we're pretty good at that.
Did I tell you that there was one time that I cut something out? And
I think you did.
It had to do with we both said something about our jobs, and I think throughout the episode we're like, I shouldn't have said that. And so I just cut it out.
Really?
So now there's somewhere in an old episode where we said something each about our jobs, and we're like, shouldn't have said that.
If you can find it,
let us know.
we'll give you $10.
You'll never find it.
We'll give you $10.
I made sure that I cut everything out that needed to cut out,
Yeah.
but you'll never find it. The only time we cut now is when the camera decides to randomly shut off.
Hasn't done it in a while.
Jinx it. Now it's going to shut off right
shit.
now. That's where we end that episode.
Oh, wait. That's
Different,
not our
the old
song
theme song.
anymore. Oh, shoot.
But yeah, anyways, that was Reddit stories.
Fun. Always fun.
Relationship status, complicated, according to Reddit. Holy crap. Congrats to dude with Emily. Hope your story ends well.
Mm-hmm.
To those fresh ones, if we hear from OP, that one,
Yeah.
the storage one,
Oh.
Storage Wars.
Oh yeah.
Best story, I think. My favorite story.
Good job. You
Good.
should have called us to help you move all that shit.
Yeah, we would have helped.
Yeah.
Juan brings pizza.
I'll bring pizza and beer
I'll be there.
to eat and watch.
I'll help.
You help. He'll
I
help.
help.
He'll help.
Shit, man.
I'll eat and watch.
Probably. But to anyone having potentially better Valentine's Day than some of these people, I hope you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You got plans? Yeah. You just say it's a yes or no.
Me? Yeah.
Cool.
Do you?
I don't know.
Cool.
Things get difficult, you know.
Right.
But anyways, thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of BJ in the Morning. If you liked listening to it and you're out there on the podcast apps, make sure you are following and reviewing the podcast.
It helps out a lot.
Helps out a lot. We got a 4.6 on Spotify.
Not bad.
Not bad. Don't know about Apple.
Not bad.
I hope it's good.
You want me to check it?
I don't think you can. I looked earlier.
Oh.
Like legit, I looked earlier. Couldn't see
Mm-hmm.
it. Anyways, go leave some reviews so it shows up. And then if you want to watch our faces mess up the sentences that come out of our mouths, you can find us on YouTube at
BG in the Morning podcast.
you were ready for it that time. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you're commenting down below like your craziest Valentine's Day stories, or if you want to chime into all these stories we talked about, we'd love to hear your comments. And then make sure that you like and subscribe and share the video.
Share it.
Share it.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh dang it. I'm tired of saying it. If you just do it, I don't have to say it.
Just do it already.
Dang it.
Darn it.
And then TikTok, we're still on there, kind of. I don't even know what TikTok's doing these days.
Yeah.
But we're pushing Instagram at
BG in the Morning _.
Yeah, we're pushing Instagram. We're about to
BJ
hit
in the
a,
Morning _
we're about to hit a new milestone over there on the
New
Instagrams.
milestone.
We're not doing Western voices today. We're gonna end the podcast there. Juan,
Brendan,
what do we say at the end of the episode?
thank you for listening to BJ in the Morning. I'm Juan.
And I'm Brendan.
And we'll talk to you next time.